Yo, what up guys, B5D here, and this is a faction war video trying to defeat the Night Revenant faction for a viewer of the channel. Deeznuts, or is it Caraflax, reached out to me on Discord asking me to check out his last faction he has to defeat before he obtains his what's his name, Lydia. And I was like, why not? This is the perfect time to do it. Today the faction is open and you need to 3-star that faction to finally get your Lydia, and that's the last one that is kind of stuck on. So I did promise to log into his account, take a look at the problem, find solutions to it, fix the problem, or just give him a recommendation on how to fix it. So that's what this video is all about. I do have a playlist full of all the factions I've beat already in Raid Shadow Legends. I'll pin it right there if you want to check out that playlist. That was over a year ago now. Newer champions I've added into the champion pool, and I might need to revisit those faction war videos. So if you wanted to see, this is my original team that I used to defeat the faction war 21 for Night Revenant faction a year ago. But right now in my account, I no longer use those champions. I've now got to maybe better options, like in place of this champion I now have this one. In place of this champion I might now have, what's her face now, this dude. So I do have better options now in terms of legendaries. So previously I used those champions I had. So that's how I defeated it. So let's head over back to Deeznuts account to see what he's working with. Immediately I came into his account, I was like, because this boss, you need to check out the boss guide. Don't just come in here build champions. This boss is one that steals all your buff before, you know, whenever you pull buffs on your allies, he will just steal them, right? And then he transfers debuffs to you. So you have to know when to use. Basically, you have to do it on a manual. You can't just come in here, leave it on auto and walk away. It will not work. You have to fight this boss on manual, especially if you're trying to beat it for the first time. So another thing that this boss does is exchange HP. So that means he will take one of your allies' HP. When it beat him up to a particular level, he'll just smash your HP away and fill his HP back up to full, and you have to now beat it again. So if you don't have enough damage to take him down the first time without him exchanging HP, no problem. Just be ready that he will exchange that HP, he'll get full HP, and you need to beat him twice. So this is one of the longest battles. I currently beat faction war 21 for Night Revenant faction at 7 minutes on my main account, while other factions I might do it at 2 minutes, 3 minutes. This faction for me is still a 7 minutes run because the boss still manages to steal HP from one of my champion, and then we'll beat it all over again. So that's the team, that's the boss skills. You have to read it first before you build teams. Let's see what the others are using. These are crazy teams. No, we're not trying to build this type of team. So first of all, you should know that you need healers, since the boss will be putting debuffs on you when he does this steal, right? Where is the debuff? He's gonna fear on his A1. So 25% chance of placing fear debuff for 1 turn. AoE fear. So that's where Doom Priest is essential. So when I looked at this, I wasn't seeing Doom Priest. I was like, forget this damage, put in Doom Priest. So it doesn't matter how long the battle takes, as long as another thing that is extremely important for faction wars in general is if your champions that you're bringing to faction war all have, what do you call this thing, Giant Slayer or War Master masteries. So if I scroll over to Night Rev faction, let's see if these champions do have masteries on them. That's one thing that might make the boss run a little bit faster. Without masteries to do your damage, you might not have enough to take the boss down. So I'm looking for Doom Priest to see if she does have masteries. Yes, she does. That's a good thing. I'm looking for Miscreated Monster. He does have masteries. Rector, she does have masteries. So this is not a damage mastery, but it might still help. What about this dude? He don't. So this is already a win. It's already a win. Masteries is one of the first thing I want to take a look at. Then what about the gear? These champions were geared a little bit wrongly. Well, not a little bit, a lot wrongly. If I go to Doom Priest first of all and artifacts, I see in a perception set, Doom Priest is a champion on her skilled. The best thing she's in her team for right now is this passive. Heals all allies by 75% of their max HP and removes 1 random debuff. So she will be removing the fear and whatever the boss places on us. She's in the team just for that. What do you need on your Doom Priest? If you're starting raid newly, well, you've already beaten a lot of factions, so I assume you're not starting raid newly. You have to put Doom Priest in speed set. That's the basic one. But for an advanced player, endgame player, you need Doom Priest in a relentless set. Sometimes you want her to do this skill, this cleanse and heal twice in the battle or in one turn, sometimes 3 times in one turn. So she's one of the healers we have in the team. So Relentless Set is the best one. So while I'm going to be regearing Doom Priest from Perception to Relentless, I'll be looking to see if I can get her speed up to 200, because as total stats is 169. So everybody in the team, or at least the healers and revivers, should be at least 200 speed. Why? Because these waves and boss is about 110 speed, I think so. So you need everybody to be at least going 2 turns before these enemies take a turn. That's the range you need to be looking at, 200 speed at least. So when I clicked Doom Priest here on our boots, I was like, HP boots? So that's another thing. You are gearing your champions wrongly, maybe because you didn't have the right gear. But a lot of champions in these teams need speed boots on everybody. Even a miscreated monster, there are a lot of people sometimes do put on HP percentage boots. He's on a speed boots and he's almost close to 200 speed, so that's a good one. So everybody deserves speed boots, I'm telling you. So when I went over to Rector Drat, she's in a good set. This is a good set for Rector Drat, because what she's in the team for us is this heal, right? Heal all allies 20% of this champion's max HP. So she is a champion that needs that particular set you put on her, the immortal set, which gives her a lot of HP. So she's doing 20% of her max HP, which is awesome heal for the entire team. So that's a good set to have on her. But when I clicked the boots, I saw HP percentage. You only put HP percentage boots on a champion when you reach the required speed. So if I head over to the total, I'm seeing 143 speed. She's not going to be reviving anybody, or she will not get around to her skill fast enough to do the heal and the revive a lot in battle. So you need that 200 speed and then this immortal set if you can get it. If you can't get immortal set to 200 speed, then look for some other sets. You don't necessarily have to rely on sets. Get the speed first before you talk about the sets. So stats over sets, that's the way it goes. So apart from immortal sets, regen set might work for her, but that's also scarce to get. Another set that might be awesome for this champion is also Relentless set, just like I suggested for Doom Priest. She will also be a good candidate. My Rector Drat is in a Relentless set. Those 2 champions are awesome for Relentless set. But if you've not been winning a lot of arena battles or a lot of tournaments, you will not get high amount of Relentless set to give on 2 separate champions. Also, I might want to steal from champions. Yes, if you really want to win this Night Rev so bad, it's fine to steal your best Relentless set from your Sealed Drake, steal it from your Ninja, steal it from whoever has it, put it on these 2 champions, beat this stage, and then give it back to the champions to stole it from. So during the rebuilding of these champions, I might steal some gear for some champions just to make sure we defeat this boss today, that it's open, and then maybe return it back to the champions I stole it from. When you do that, make sure you either write down the champion name you stole gear from, or you just take a screenshot of the gear you're stealing from them and then save it so you can just return it back when you're done. All right, that's this initial investigation I did, and these are the 2 champions I really want to regear to keep these other teams alive. After these 2 champions are in your team, it doesn't matter whoever you come along to the battle with, whether you want to use Walking Tomb Drench, whether you want to do 2 damage dealer. Of course, Miscreated Monster will always be there, but if his shield gets stolen, that's a big problem. But anyways, so you have a lot of other options. I saw Sepulchre Sentinel at 5-star and I was like, damn, I wish she was at 6-star, because usually we target when the boss has done that trying to steal our buffs. That's when she now plays the increased defense and decreased attack on the boss, and it makes the battle a little bit easier when she's there. But she's at level 50, so she will not be joining this battle. If you have her, she's essential. Another thing that I failed to mention is that apart from the boss, before you get the boss, the waves is a problem. Those damn Valkyrie waves, those champions that keep putting counter attack on themselves, right? When you get to that battle, do not buff yourself. Just go in with your A1, continue doing your A1. Don't do your increase attack. Don't do your veil from what's her name, Rector Drat. Don't do any buffs. it will just end up boosting their turn meter, and it seems like that counter attack is never coming off because they keep putting it up again and again and again. And sometimes that's a problem where most people get stuck at that second wave of this boss battle. They don't even get to the boss because of that Valkyrie waves, 3 Valkyries. So Miscreated Monster with his stun set might help right there. Apart from there's nobody else. There's nobody else in this battle that can help besides Miscreated Monster. So you always have to target one of the Valkyries. Target that one once that one is dead before you begin to target the next ones. Or if you want to go the route of targeting the highest damage dealers right there before you begin to kill out the Valkyries, that's even a longer battle. So I've explained my strategy that I've learned so far from fighting this battle all this time. Let me head over to this champion index and I'll cut the video right there while I regear these champions, either using RSL helper. If you do not have RSL helper, you're playing on mobile, you simply do your gear, level up your gear, and then find the good ones that you know which champions need HP, you know which champions need damage, and then rebuild your champions for that. Remember, speed boots, HP, defense. We're not coming here to do high damage. We're trying to survive. So all right, guys, I'll be back with this champions rebuild and we'll see how this battle goes. I'll be right back with their new gear. All right, I'm finally back an hour or two later after regearing and a lot of these champions. The 2 main champions I talked about regearing was what? Doom Priest and Rector Drag, because they are supposed to keep the entire team alive if they go down, this run fails. So I had to give them good Relentless set that I did not steal from anybody, but I had to take the screenshot of this one that I took a little bit of gear from these champions. So these are the champions who might need to replace their gear. I think I got some boots on some other sources that was not taken by anybody. So these are the one I screenshot. So I have to send you this picture also so you know which champions to get the gear back from after this run is done. I've not tested it out. I just wanted to click the record button again and see if this run is going to be successful. With the leader slot of 19% speed aura will help us go a little bit faster. Then at the end of the run, I'll show you the stats that made this possible, the gear changes that made this possible, especially on Record Drought and this champion. Is there any other particular order I was supposed to put this in? No particular order, I guess. But anyways, let's head over to the run. The only main such as damage right here is Skull Crown, which is not a reliable way of doing damage, because this champion would have been better walking through Drench, but his gear was not just there. His books is also not booked, so it will mean he will take a long time to get back to his skills. So he's in Regent set with no books at all. So I think an epic champion that is fully booked, Skull Crown, will do better and surviving and doing damage than he who is not even getting a lot of damage. But his HP bomb might has helped us a little bit with the wave, but I didn't have enough silver to regear him, else he will definitely be in the team in place of one of these champions, in place of maybe Cavalat. All right, no more stalling. Let's see if this is going to be a successful run. Like I said, the second wave is the main issue. The Valkyrie waves, this is going to be a very long video, so I apologize. I might even fast forward all the way to the end. Let's see how we get along on auto. Decrease and weaken is out there. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter run though. On the first wave, it seems like we're doing a lot of damage. Stun in some places. You see, relentless set, taking extra turns, making sure that we stay top, and that's the awesome part of this. Oh, now I see why Skull Crown was in a sleep set. I initially wanted to change Skull Crown out of our days set, but I decided to leave it on her and level it up a little bit. And it actually paid off. She's putting these champions to sleep, although when the poison stick, they will wake up and still take a turn. So it kind of counters the whole point of having a poisoner in here. If you need to put a sleep set on Skull Crown, you can't have somebody else doing poison, because that poison will wake them up and they will take their turn. So this first run was a little bit fast. This is why Rector is here. She's removing all the debuff that we currently have on us. It's awesome to see it happening. So we will not have debuffs on us even against the boss. Rector is also in a relentless set. You see me taking over right now and using only my A1s because I know I'm about to face off with the wave 2 and I want my skills to be available on wave 2. That's why you see me using A1s right now. Only A1s. taking extra turns. Damn. Let me not kill this one and see if Rector, somebody else can take a different turn. Yes. Awesome to see these champions taking extra turns again and again and again. Okay, this is the place where I don't want to buff my champion at all, but I want to kill this champion off because he does the most damage, or put decreased attack on him or something. There is no point sleeping them, but there might be a point putting weaken on them. But let me not take the chances of. No, it's not gonna place any buff on me, so let me just use it. And this is gonna place a buff on me, but let me see if I can stun some. Yes, I stunned 2 out of 3. So, but we'll still get that counter attack, and I hate that for happening. And poisons. Let me see which skill. Damage increases according to the number of poison. Okay, let me go with it. Damage hit. This is where the run is going to be a little bit slow now, because we'll just be here for ages upon ages. But I'll keep trying to hit the champions that are currently stunned. Hopefully they can't retaliate, right? See, my Skull Crown is taking a lot of damage. And she's retaliating also. Let's do a little bit of heal, which will boost some of them stun meter, but no problem. She just died, basically. And can I stun somebody who is already slept? This dude hits hard a lot, so... I'm trying to kill the Valkyries. Yes, stunned. I forget whether they are Valkyries or what. I forget their name. I think they are Valkyries. So I'm not taking as much damage as you normally would. I'm hitting the champions that are already stunned. I think you told me that getting through this wave was the bigger problem, was the main problem. There's a Valkyrie that has not yet put her own counter attack, so she might get a turn. They have big shields on them. Damn. Skullcrown is surviving longer than this other champion would have done. And it's time for Skullcrown to die and for me to have my revive back up. I'll hit this champion that is still sleeping. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. I like to see it. Nobody else is stunned, so I have nobody else to hit than this champion. Retaliates. You see, my reviver and healers are in full HP. I'm not gonna use this skill right now because it's gonna put ally protection, but means these champions will buff themselves a little bit. Get turn meter. Stun. It didn't happen. That A1 stun is what I was looking forward to. Alright, A1's all the way. Skullcrown is about to die and get revived, but no problem. And there she goes. Everybody will go for her. Damn, that's block damage. This is another thing that makes this run a little bit long. But I'm targeting one of the Valkyrie till she's dead before I go for the next one. And all right, I think I'll just fast forward this part until we kill this wave, and then I'll come back when it's done. I'll be right back. That was a long battle to get through that Valkyrie wave, but I finally did it, like I said. Now it's time for the boss. Let's see how long this will take. Another 10 minutes probably. It doesn't matter if your first run to clear this at 3-star is a 20 minutes run. You just have to get better with your champion builds, and then you'll do it at a lesser time. I forget which is more dangerous, the side arts or the boss, but let's just... I think this boss is going to transfer all his debuffs to us. On his A1 is the fear, and then the A3 exchanges HP, A2 steals all buff from enemies, then transfers all debuffs from this champion to a random enemy, then applies a debuff spread effect, taking all debuffs from the enemy and placing it. Yeah, he's gonna give us all these debuffs, so let's not give him more debuffs to give to us, right? Oh, I just gave him more debuffs so that he can transfer back to us. Damn. He's gonna do it, right? Yeah, he did. That's not too bad, right? That's not too bad. We're still gonna cleanse it all off. Now we can begin to buff ourselves since he has used his skill. It's on a 3-turn cooldown. So now you can begin to do all your stuff that is supposed to keep you alive and all that good stuff, right? Including... No, I'm not doing ally protection. Let me just kill these side arts first of all. I hope this is not the boss that revives them. I don't think he can revive them. So let's just kill the side arts off, and then we can deal with the boss. I can probably put this on auto because we're in no danger of dying, but I don't want to take any chances. Yeah, Skull Crown's counter attack is gonna come clutch in this battle. Let me just put it on auto for now and target this side arts so that they can die first. When the boss is about to have a 1-turn right here, I'll now stop using any buffs. I'm killing the side arts because I don't want that provoke to be on me. Alright. I think now it's all about whether he steals my buffs or he gives me debuffs. I don't think it will affect this run in any way. I'll still be able to have a successful run. It's 100% certain that he will exchange my HP, but no problem. As long as he doesn't exchange the HP of Rector Drat, right? Well, she's still probably going to be healed and kept alive by other champions. He's about to steal the buffs. Damn, you see? This is the part where leaving it on auto is bad. Because now he has some healing on him that I did not want that to happen. That wasn't my intention, but hey, even if that heals him back to full HP, we're still gonna leave it on. Let me just do it on manual so this run doesn't take too long, and then I'll maybe fast forward all this part in the video. Let me just run it all the way to the end and see how long it takes. All right, the boss forgot to swap HP because he was so focused on removing debuffs on himself and putting it on me. So I guess it's gonna be time for me to end this battle. Hopefully before he gets a turn, it will be the end. Hopefully put weakening out there. I don't know if with this long time, if it's still gonna be a 3-star, it's gonna be a 2-star because I took too long to clear the stage. Every single hit counts at this point. Before he do the HP swap, yes. Is he a 3-star? It is a 3-star right there. So that's your clear for Knight's Revenant Crypt stage 21. Yeah, this was a long one. I just had to regear 2 champions. Like I said, let me head over to right there and show you the gear that was changed in terms of these champions. Their new build that made it possible. Rector Drat. These are new build with Relentless set, not stolen from anyone. I did not even upgrade the accessories because we ran out of silver, but she's above 200 speed now, even above 250 speed, which made it, keep the team alive very, very much. And taking extra turns also helped. So HP right there, defense, those are the 2 stats I focused on after speed was gotten from this Relentless set. And then 2 broken pieces right there. The next champion that was MVP right there, removing those debuffs, removing everything from us, is Doom Priest. With these 2 champions in your team, you can add any other damage dealers or whoever you want to add to the team. Any other person can be added. These are just the 2 main champions that must be in the team. And the speed right there, 264. Damn, I did use some glyphs and high HP, a little bit high defense. Not crit rate, not crit damage. They're not there for damage, even if they do have some damage masteries. Then any damage dealer, in this case it was your Cavalax that you already built. I just had to, did I do anything on him? No, this is the same build. But Miscreated Monster, I had to change up a little bit of his stats, upgrade some of this gear that was not maxed, and then I almost changed his boots, but this was okay because it was already 16. And then for Skullcrown, I took their gear that was at 12 to 16. Even if it's days set, I still had to take her to 16 so she doesn't die so often in that wave. So she kept alive and helped us clear that wave a little bit faster. And then crit damage right there. There is currently crit rate right there. If you put crit damage, this run will be a lot faster. Or Savage set also. So that's this team that made Faction War 21 possible. Let me see if your Lydia is available to pick up right here. I will not click it for you. Congratulations, and that's how you do it. You get to build champions and gear champions that you will normally not use in other content, and that's just the way Faction War is. It's totally worth it for you to do it and get Lydia. Hopefully this was a helpful one to help both the owner of the account, Deeznuts, and enjoy his Lydia, and anyone out there who is watching, watch this new one and also the old one. I'll add it to the Faction War playlist for 21 on how to clear Night Rev faction. Help me hit like in this video. I'll fast forward a lot of it because I don't want it to be a whole 30 minutes run, but I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to hit subscribe in this video, and so you can watch other content that I post, Raid Shadow Legends content on a daily basis. Later guys.